Hi, Gary here from MrG Shave, back for my Wednesday straight shave, and today is St. David's Day, hence the hat and the shirt. I'm not going to advertise anybody, although I haven't got any of that. But yeah, it's St. David's Day, it's Wales's national day. It's exactly the same as St. Patrick's Day in Ireland and so on and so forth, and St. George's Day here in the UK. But yeah, or not in the UK, in England. But yeah, so there's a bit of a Welsh theme today. Everything's sort of green, red, white, as you can see in the flag. We have the Welsh dragon, but obviously I can't shave with this on, and I'm not shaving my head, but I can't get up there with a straight razor, so I'll take that off now. I've got creases in my head. What am I using today? This is shave number 89, I believe. So I've been soaking my brush. I'm using my Welsh brush. This was made by, is it Cadman or something like that? It's a Cadman brush basically, and it is best. No, it's not Best Badger. It's not Fine Badger. I'm just trying to remember what it is. It's the top quality, silver something. Anyway, it's the best quality badger hair that you can get. I don't often use badger brushes, but in this instance I will, because I've got my Welsh brush here. The razor today, it's an Italian razor, but it's a green razor, and it is the Focus Slim. So obviously everything's going to be red and green today. So that's, and the blade in there is a Personna Med Prep. This will probably be its final use. But yeah, and then the bowl is the Christmas pudding bowl that I often use, but it's green. So so that's all the hardware. I'm going to get myself ready for the shave, and I'll be right back. Right, I'm back, all ready for the shave. Got the lather ready. All I've got to do now is wet the face down. So yeah, normally I'd have at least one beer on St. David's Day, but as you know, I've been struggling with diverticulitis, so I can't tolerate anything fizzy yet. I finished my antibiotics yesterday, so I won't be having a beer, needless to say. I suppose I could have a wine, but I'm not sure. The pre-shave is Proraso Red, so there you go, sandalwood. Comes in a glass container, or a glass jar. And I'm just going to put that much on. So, and then just rub it in. So are there any of my Welsh brethren out there celebrating St. David's with a shave, or are there anybody else out there celebrating St. David's Day? I'm sure there are plenty of us out there. Fun fact, I mean, those in the UK will know it, but those in the US and anywhere else in the world, there are more sheep in Wales than there are people. And a quick Welsh joke: what do you call two sheep tied to a lamppost? The red light district. But there you are. But dodgy joke, sorry. So the soap, needless to say, is going to be Proraso Red as well. So I wouldn't normally use this for a straight shave, but I had to find something that suited today's theme. And it's lathered up beautifully. Absolutely. Whoa, I'm tipping it out. It's that good. Try and get that off my hand. got it all down my hand. So there's absolutely copious amounts of lather here. Let's rub that on. Don't waste it. So here we go. I'm looking forward to this shave. So yeah, as I was saying, I don't think I can have any alcohol. Well, I could have wine, I guess, but I'm not a big wine drinker. I like my beer. And you can imagine with the condition that I currently am struggling with, it's not as uncomfortable anymore. It's improving on a daily basis, but it's still, my stomach is still semi-distended. So I could call it, if I stand back, that's quite a beer belly, but that is actually quite hard. So it's still quite distended, and still a bit uncomfortable, but it's not too bad now. Oh. So here we go. Get the razor in the water. Let's see if this blade is okay. I'm not sure. I think this is its third shave, so we'll see. This is a great razor for a beginner if you can afford it. It's quite an expense to get into it, but believe you me, because the ends are guarded, so there's no corners open to cut yourself with, it makes it a lot easier to shave with. So here we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. I do think this is the last time for these blades though. Or for this blade, not these blades. There's only a half DE in here. Lovely. If I'm honest, I've come to prefer using shavettes to straights, if I'm honest. But I do enjoy using both, you know, immensely. I would never stop using straights. But I do prefer using straight shavettes. But would I recommend you start with a shavette? No, not really. They are far less forgiving than a straight razor, because you're putting an engineered edge. So the edge on here is made by a machine, not by man. So it is a lot sharper. And therefore far less forgiving. So I would recommend, if you're starting out, I'd recommend you use a proper straight razor. You can buy a vintage one quite cheaply on the internet. You just need to make sure you have to buy a strop with it, so that you can strop it after you use it and so on. But the thing I like about this is not only how efficient they are, but also the fact you don't have to strop and you don't have to maintain them. They're a lot easier. Once the blade's dull, you just throw the blade away and put a new blade in. But don't get me wrong, I love my straights. Absolutely love them. But for ease of use, these beat the straight razor. How does that feel? Feels great. it's definitely, that blade is definitely on its last legs though, so I will be changing that out after this. Let's get some more water on the subject. And also it could be down to the soap, because this Proraso isn't as slick as the soaps I usually use for straight shaving, like Wickham's, Seaside Soaps and Skincare, Goodfellas Smile. Sterling's okay. Barrister and Man, expensive, but again another good one. A&E. Pretty much all soaps you could get away with, but the slickest soaps that I know are Wickham's, Wickham, Seaside Soap and Skincare, Goodfellas Smile. Those are the three slickest soaps that I know of. They're in another league to anything else that I've tried. So that's my personal opinion. You know, others may have a different opinion, but that's just me. That's the way I see it. The fact that two are British soaps and one's an Italian, and there aren't any American soaps in there, you know, that would compete at the same level of slickness, is only because I haven't tried one yet. I'm sure there are. I'm sure there's plenty of American soaps out there and other countries that are just as good. Master Soap Creations from South Africa, that's another good slick soap. So that I'm not sort of singling out British and Italian soaps or European soaps because I'm, you know, effectively British, and I'm Welsh, as you can see. Let's go across the grain. On this side is straight up. Must always remember no pressure with these, and quite a shallow angle, about 2 widths of the spine away from the skin. Running out of space here on my, making sure this is in place. It is. Running out of space on my face cloth. Fantastic. I'm enjoying this. The one big regret, I guess, for me is that I never learnt to speak Welsh. We moved away from Wales when I was quite young. It's funny, I remember St David's Day when I used to go to school in Wales. I think I was about 9 when we left Wales and we went to London for about 18 months, and then we went to Birmingham and so on. The rest is history. But I remember St David's Day where the girls used to come dressed in national dress. If I can find a picture, I'll put it up here. And the boys would just come normal, but they'd have a leek stuck to their jackets. You know, they'd have to have a leek on them, and usually they'd eat them during the day. I used to. Every time I used to love it. Just eat raw leek. Perfect. Loving this. Absolutely loving this. Yeah, so the girls would wear the national dress with their hat and their dresses and things like that. and they'd always wear a daffodil, and the boys would wear a leek affixed to their uniform. And the leek never lasted the day. It certainly didn't with me. I mean, obviously some kids didn't like it, but you know, it's not to everybody's taste eating effectively, you know, well, raw leek. Very oniony. It's like a very strong version of a spring onion, and a very big version. Oh, this is fantastic. The scent off this, one of my favourite scents, sandalwood. Winter scents, that is. Oh yeah, loving this. So, against the grain, third pass. Great. Got the lather all over my beard. Excuse me, somebody's at the front door. Let me just check somebody's gone to get that. I'll be right back. Right, I'm back. Had to make sure we're expecting some deliveries that really needed to be sent back straight away, but unfortunately I was too slow. Anyway, so I forget where I was now, but against the grain. There's next to nothing left there, I can feel it. Fantastic. Yeah, this blade's definitely on its last use, but it's still plenty sharp enough. I could possibly use it in a DE, I don't know. But it hasn't cut me yet. I've got another pass, pickup pass to do. That's fantastic. There's next to nothing left to pick up. I could stop here. The usual spot here, I have Velcro, it's always the same. I haven't found a method of actually getting to that angle with a shavette or a straight razor. I have to always finish that off with well, I usually use this. That's what I usually use to finish it off, because I have to go straight across. And when you're using a shavette or a straight razor, you can't. It's almost impossible to get that angle, especially with I've got C345 fused in my neck, so I can't tip my head that far back. So yeah. So I just finished with that little disposable razor. So I'm going to go in. This is a fourth pass effectively, but it is the pickup pass. But I just like to do a full fourth pass. That's just me. I know nearly all do at least 2 passes, and most finish on the third pass with a few pickups, I suppose. But I'm just different. I enjoy the shave so much, I like the full fourth pass. So here we go. This is the pickup pass. See, if you try and do it that way, you can't. You can't do it that way either. Well, you know, to sort of go across like that. I just, because it has to be at that angle to get it. And I just haven't figured out a way of doing it. I've tried J-hooks, I've tried different techniques. And weirdly, a couple of times I've actually managed to go BBS there. But how I've managed it, I just don't know. I need a bit of alum. And that is that, I think. Let's just have a feel around. Yeah, it's just this little bit here. So, you know, I've shown you before, I'm sure. But for those of you new to the channel, I'm just showing you how I finish off. And this is all this razor gets used for. BBS. Done and dusted. Right, so I'm going to do my usual thing. I'm going to clean up and I'll be right back. Right, I'm back. All ready for the post-shave. Post-shave feel of Proraso is perfectly acceptable. I do think you probably need a balm, although, you know, not everybody uses balm, but I do. But I can tell the difference between this, the post-shave feel, between this soap and Wickham's or Seaside Soap and Skincare, that there is a definite difference in how well moisturised the skin is. But there we are. Right. So, Boots, Tea Tree and Witch Hazel is the next step. And you can get this in Wales. Now, straight away, I can tell you that I should have used alum. There was a wave of burning. It's dissipated instantly. But it was probably, I would say, a 3 out of 10, maybe 4 out of 10 in terms of burn. But it literally dissipated straight away, which is great. Proraso Red. Big bottle of aftershave this. I'll get through it eventually. Oh yeah. Oh, that smells fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And then to finish it off, I'm using, I think I used this recently, Nivea Men Sensitive Pro Ultra Calming Facial Balm. And the reason I'm using it is in a green bottle. It's the only reason. So I'm just using that much. Oh. Do the dome as well, may as well. Do the ears. Use too much, but that's only one squirt. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of my St David's shave. Cymru am byth to all my Welsh brethren, and I hope you enjoy your celebrations today. Put in the comments below if you're Welsh or you're celebrating St David's Day, what you're having for food tonight. We've actually got some Welsh cakes being made right now, and I don't think we're having anything particularly Welsh themed. We could have had cawl, which is like a Welsh stew stroke soup. Quite nice actually. I mean, when I was a kid I hated it because it's just full of cabbage and, you know, stuff that kids don't like. But I very much enjoy it now. Anyway, that's it from me. I will see you now on Friday. All being well, I'll see you on Friday for a head shave. I can't see any reason why I can't do a Friday head shave. But I am beginning to consider whether I start to combine it on a Saturday and just cut out the Friday head shave, and then that is less stress on my back and so on and so forth. So I may start just doing head and face shaves on a Saturday. If you want me to keep them separate, let me know in the comments below. But I may start, if that's the case, then I may start doing every other week I'll do a head shave. Obviously I'll shave off camera in the meantime, but just let me know what you think. I'm just trying to give my back a break, because I think Friday and Saturday next to each other is getting a little bit too much. But I like to have a clean shaven head and a clean shaven face for the weekend. So there we are. Anyway, that's it. I will see you now, as I say, on Friday. And if not, it'll be Saturday, but I'm sure it'll be Friday. All right, bye now.